We're back in the van and doing the reading, the Twinflame reading. From Holland at the moment. Someday I'm moving through. Wow, this is a lot of cards are shifted here. Let me check this out. So what does it mean, what comes out? Let's get that first. Okay, all good things are coming to an end. A new cycle begins. So stop fighting yourself. Make a choice and go your own way. So it has to do that, and now it's new moon in Leo, so it's really powerful that the old cycles that we had after the Lion's Gate are now really start to shift. So where are you with your energy? Where are you with your intentions? What did you plan for yourself? Were there things that you said, okay, I needed to go somewhere else, this relationship doesn't work, you know, the place I'm working doesn't work anymore, everything is coming to an end of a cycle with the Lion's Gate. And that's really this one, you know, it's like make a choice, stop fighting yourself, and, you know, move away from things that don't serve you. You know, that was the message. So it's really important that you start to think about what is what I really want, you know, and that it's very important with the Lion's Gate when you put your intention there and you say, okay, I want to go this direction, that now after this intention the universe will say, okay, I will keep you to this intention. Now with the new moon, you know, we're moving out of the dark moon, new moon, and I push you forward to the direction that you want to go because you put an intention there. And that's really amazing. So let's see what's going on in the Divine Masculine's mind space. Wow, that's a jumper. Communication, new beginnings, communication. So Divine Masculine wants to communicate with the Divine Feminine. He wants to go in this direction because he feels a different vibe from what's coming ahead. Sorry guys. So this Ace of Swords is really telling him, you know, yeah, I need to do things different because I want to keep a connection. I want to keep this going with my Divine Feminine. Let's get the camera sorted out here. Yeah. So communication is going, and if it has to do with, you know, making my own direction, I hear it's making with my intentions what I wanted, what I had in my mind, you know, for a long time, but weren't able to do it. So that's really amazing that he wants to communicate with the Divine Feminine and wants to go to a direction that was in his mind space for a long time, but now with the Lion's Gate and the new moon, it's able to work it out. So Divine Feminine, don't be surprised if you get unexpected messages from your counterpart. What's in his heart space? He wants to move, he wants to leave, in his heart, he wants to leave. He wants to balance things out with himself, and going for a different direction, going for a direction that serves him, that is more in peace, more in alignment with his heart, with his soul. So that's really interesting that he was already feeling it, that the cycle needed to close and that he needed to, to leave. And he has the control now in his own hands. It's also about, let me lower this one a bit. Okay, yeah. Because he wants to, he had that feeling already for a longer time that things needed to shift, things needed to change, and it doesn't change. So when it doesn't change, he needs to leave, it's leaving the situation, leaving, yeah, the whole dynamic. So that's what he is doing. So that's really amazing. He's doing this because that may supports more peace. It supports more peace in his life. So how does he sees the divine feminine? How does he sees the divine feminine? Yes, as loving, as kind, giving, giving harmonious, is in her love space, creating the things for herself, filling up her own cup, being there for everybody else. And, she is giving and loving and kind. And that's how he sees the divine feminine, as his empress, as his queen. He sees her in her queen energy, giving, 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 and it doesn't stop. Her giving doesn't stop, and that's the thing. What I hear, he saw all her love and all her giving as a weakness. He always saw it as a weakness. You're giving, you're in that love space. Not everybody is loving all the time. Divine feminine always tried to be as loving and kind and generous as she can. And he saw that as a weakness. And he saw, why don't you stand up for yourself? Why don't you do this? And why don't you do that? Because she is in that authentic, loving self. That's who she is. And you can't change somebody into something what they are not. The only thing that you can do is accept the people how they are. Then things will shift and change. So let's see what will support the divine masculine. What what will support the divine masculine? Ooh. Leaving things behind and start over. Leaving things behind and start over. Now he's still looking at the point that if I leave, I'm leaving so much behind. But there are always what he can't see, and that is the universe having his back. The universe having his back and filling up his cups, but he can't see that yet. You know, there is this ending of this cycle, and it seems that the choice that what I saw that he needed to make, he already made that choice. Or I hear divine masculine get pushed into choices he doesn't want to make by the universe. And because some things are not in alignment for the divine masculine. So I hear don't cry over spilled milk. You know, it's done. It happened, and just move on. And and know that every cycle is closing. You know, and when a cycle is closing, a new cycle is opening. A new beginning starts. You know, there's always another. I hear there's always another season um, that you can step into, in another energy, in another frequency, in another. That's also what I hear. Use the Fibonacci frequencies to heal some part of you. When you use those frequencies and those numbers, then you will upgrade your system um, to to unconsciously be healed by the universe. So that's what is be done. You know, it will support him to close cycles because he will get more peace. Um, how does he see the relationship with the divine feminine? As work. He sees it as work. He sees it as, you know, I have to work with it. But also, he sees the pentacles there. He sees that his divine feminine earns a lot of money or has a stable life, but he knows it's not coming out of nothing, that she needs to put a lot of energy into the things that she wants. And he also sees that her focus is totally at her at her work, you know, at and it's not going to him, it's going to the work side. And that is going to make a decision for him. You know, I'm just here, but you know, that's it. So what else do I have here? And that makes also the yeah, the point of a decision. But he is too much focused at the divine feminine. You know, he needs to focus on what he needs to do. You know, not what he wants to receive from the divine feminine. And that's the whole thing, what's going on at the moment. You know, if cycles are closing closing off, you know, new cycles are starting. And it's always been like that, you know. But you never know if that cycle that you're closing and opening a new cycle will be a better one than that you had. You know, it could be that you had to go a few months through reflection and healing before you move on, and or you come into a better space. And this is really what is happening at the moment. And that's how he sees the relationship with the divine feminine. You know, it's work. And most of the time, when you have a family or you have children and you are in that environment, yes, then your relationship is hard work, because there are not just one person in a relationship. There are multiple people in a relationship. that are having benefits from that relationship that needs to be done. And that's the thing. He was oh wow, he was in this space of yeah, I don't want the responsibility. I don't want the responsibility. So if you don't want the responsibility, then you're better off by yourself, because that's what happens, you know. Or take a girlfriend, you know. Then you don't have any responsibilities. But if you have children in a relationship, you know, then you also need to be aware that everything you do in that relationship needs work, needs communication, needs devotion, needs love, needs connection. And to sustain those relationship, you need you need to connect, and you need communication. And when the communication gets off, and you don't communicate with your feminine anymore, then there is nothing left. So close the cycle and move on. What's in the mind space of the divine feminine? The divine masculine. You know, she sees her divine masculine coming in, and that's a victory for her. You know, she sees it as a victory that the divine masculine is offering her the love, the support, and everything, but she isn't aware of the underlying energies that he is already in his heart space moving away. You know, in his heart space, he's already gone. He checked out. So, yeah, she sees him as giving, loving, caring, and it could be that there is somebody else in her life that gives her the energy that is needed, you know, for her. Otherwise, the divine masculine is already in a checkout. So it could be that there is somebody else, because you will notice when things are off in a relationship that the divine masculine stops talking, you know, or it starts to ghost you, or, you know, go to another frequency. So if you are feeling this, you know, then and you have somebody else on the side, then you feel that still that love connection is there. You know, you still feel that energy is there connecting with somebody else. So this can go two different ways. Divine feminine really being aware of the victory of her love for the divine masculine. But it also could be that she's not aware that he's already in his heart space, leaving. Okay. In her heart space, it's endings and rest and nightmares, dreams, restlessness. So there is something in her environment already that she feels in her heart space, that there is something cooking, something's wrong. It could be that divine masculine has somebody already, you know, in another cycle, something going on in another cycle. So yeah, multiple things are happening here, and the divine feminine is feeling it in her heart. You know, she's feeling it in her heart space. Could also be that she needs more rest, you know, that she is doing too much, and that she is really burned out, or you know, of the hard working, giving her energy away, sharing the love, sharing everything that she has to offer. But it's also about, you know, need more sleep. It could be that she's dreaming a lot, that the universe is giving through her dreams the signs what is happening already. So yeah, take your time and take a rest, or you know, go on a trip or a vacation, um, to recover and to rejuvenate, because she gives so much. How does she sees the divine masculine? Oh wow, that he's trapped. She sees that he's trapped, that he is, um, wow, wow, wow. She sees that the divine masculine is trapped, that his hands are tied, he can't see, can't make any decisions, that he is surrendered by different opinions, different people around him, that is not bringing him to that space that he really needs to be. And two more cards flew out, and that has to do with all the emotions. And that could be that there are secrets that is keeping him hostage. I hear there are secrets that's keeping him hostage. Okay, so that's really interesting, because um, she also sees that he's shining as a star as normally, and that light is gone. And of course, when you're tired and you work a lot and you have a lot of things on your mind, you know, sometimes your energy just is drained, and you're not able to shine your light. And you shine, I hear you shine where you feel the best. So when you feel that you need to be in some other space, you always shine. And where you feel you need to be, you're shining, because of your feel, the energy, the flow that is there. So yeah, it's about uh, keeping the balance and being in that balance. And the universe, I hear the universe is creating a star. So there are a lot of things going on for the divine masculine at the moment. Wow. Okay. How does the divine feminine sees the relationship that the divine masculine is already leaving? She sees it. You know, this ship has sailed by. This ship has sailed by. So, divine feminine sees this ship is sailed by. I miss the boat, you know. And I always say, and my trainer always say, you know, if you want the island, you know, you burn the boat. And it's true. It's true. But you get stuck on that island, you know, in certain time. You are on that island, you have that island, and then there is no way back because you burned your boat. So you have to, it's also that you're hostage on that island. So yeah, I always say, go to the island and keep the boats, so there is a way out. You know, that's really interesting. But yeah, it's really beautiful. But Divine Feminine sees in this relationship that he's already leaving. So um, yeah, I hear he has to do so much effort um, to let it flow. And it used to be that the Divine Feminine, you know, gave him all the space that he needed. And now the demands become more and more and more demands than he ever thought that was possible. So, and maybe that's what the Divine Masculine needs. That he needs somebody that tells him what to do. Otherwise, maybe his boat will float, you know, and have no direction. So beautiful. Well, that's how the Divine Feminine sees that it's already a done deal for this relationship. End of cycles, new beginnings. You know. So let's see. What is holding the Divine Masculine back? What is holding the Divine Masculine back? Well, this is a shuffle of nothing. Yeah. Ah. Money. Money is holding the Divine Masculine back. So it could be that the Divine Feminine is taking care of the Divine Masculine and holding the money in balance. Without her, he would lose money. You know, he would. Yeah, it's all about money. It could be that the Divine Feminine is supporting the Divine Masculine, and you know, and holding his money into balance. So on the other side, he can give, but on the other and on the with the other, I said with one hand he gives, with the other hand he takes. So it is that money is in balance, but that money is withholding the Divine Masculine, you know, to leave. So it could be that he's not leaving his Divine Feminine because she's supporting him, you know. She's working, and could be that he has no work, you know, that he is be sitting at home. Yeah. Okay. What is holding back the Divine Feminine? For the Divine Feminine is holding back, I put already so much work and effort in this relationship, and I don't know if I will ever find something else again like this. Yes, Divine Feminine, you will find something else because somewhere on this plane, on this world, what you want wants you always. And it, when that resonates and when it comes out and you find each other, you will know. And you don't take just a random masculine in your life. You will really search for a masculine that is really connected with you on that same level, you know. And but you need to be your authentic self. to see that. Okay, so you put already so much work into this. Yeah, and then finding out after years and years and holding on that you let a chance skip by. So don't look about how much effort and how much years you put in this relationship. This relationship must be right. You know, this must be one of communication, one of connection, one of other, you know, everything. It's not just about working hard, earning money, you know, and that's what we call a life. So much more things to it, you know, and love is one of it, but also kindness, uplifting each other. And yes, divine feminine sees the divine masculine in his light and in his authenticity. She always did. She always saw his light. But you can't say to someone that don't own his light, that don't sees his light, that he's a beautiful person, because they don't see it from themselves that way. So you can pour in all your energy and all your love and all your attention into it, but why don't you put your attention and your love and your energy in yourself first? You know, I think that is more important, because you have to do it. Ultimately, you have to carry yourself on your own in a relationship. You know, you're on your own. You're one part. You know, you're one part of the twin flame that is in a relationship. But you need to be carrying yourself before you can do the merging. So, and also for the divine masculine, you know, you have to keep yourself upbeat for that. And I hear the divine masculine and the divine feminine have different priorities. Yeah. And and then it comes again, you know. Divine masculine is told what he must be doing. And for both of you, there are different choices you can make. Different choices, different realms, different things that are coming your way when you leave this cycle behind. You know? Ending of a cycle, new cycle begins. You already see the intentions that is there. You know, if you don't end the cycle, you know, if you're in separation with your twin flame, and your twin flame is also in another relationship, and you don't end your side of the story, you know, your twin flame won't come to you either, you know, because you're mirroring each other in the energy. And then there needs to be healing, and then there is time to come back. But after that, you know, you don't you don't go into a rebound, because a rebound doesn't work. A rebound never works. So yeah, I think it's opening your eyes and trust the universe that better things are coming your way after you're closing a cycle. And when you close that cycle, new things start. Spiritually, more fire is coming to you. Fear is gone. You know, money is coming in. Faith is coming in. Love is coming in. So you can have everything that you want when you close that cycle for the divine feminine, for the divine masculine. And when this is a twin flame relationship, you know you're always coming back together. You know, doesn't matter how long it takes, but they're always coming back. Twin flames are always coming back together. So no matter what, if it isn't in this realm, if it isn't in this lifetime, it will be in the next lifetime. If they don't close things down, and if you have a feeling things are not settled, things are not closed off, there will be another lifetime to do this all over again. Holy moly, I don't hope so. But yeah, then then it is really that they need to close some gaps between them. Okay, so well, this was the twin flame reading for this week. Hope you enjoyed it. Um, and I will see you next week, I think, from Bratislava. So it could be that next week there won't be, or an early twin flame reading on a Thursday morning, or yeah, on a Thursday morning, and otherwise it will be the week after. Okay, so have a really amazing time. Enjoy the sunshine, because the weather will be excellent next week. And I see you next time. Bye bye.